What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the weekly energies for all signs, Aries through Pisces, for the week of June the 15th through 21st, 2026. Now, for those of you that don't know, hi, my name is Tia, and I do weekly tarot readings such as this one, as well as collective moon readings and monthly tarot readings. So if you're interested, please be sure to check those out. I have playlists available directly to you. Also, I do vlogs and podcast episodes depending on what's going on, just to change up the dynamics on the channel. I haven't done it recently, but I do plan on doing that in the near future. So in any case, let's go ahead and get started on this reading. Already pre-shuffled the cards so we can go ahead and start on the sign of Aries. All right, Aries, what's coming up for you this week? You're avoiding commitment. You're not committing to something. But what I get is all for your best interest to not commit to this. It's like something that it's for your best interest. Let's see what's coming up for Aries this week. Oh, two cards flew out. It's like you're done fighting off what you see, or like you're done deceiving yourself. And it's like some of you guys may be forgiving something or forgiving yourself for dealing with something for too long. You pulled the Fool reverse as well as the Seven of Wands reverse, being clarified by the Seven of Swords upright. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords reverse. So it seems as though there's something here that you're just like no longer gonna be like putting your energy towards. And I kept getting this for you for the past few weeks here, where it's like, oh, like you're gonna release something, you're gonna stop doing something, you're gonna stop dealing with something. Let's see, why the Fool reverse? Judgment. Yeah, you're not giving something a second chance. In fact, I just think that you're moving along with something else here. Like, why the Judgment? Why the Fool? Why the three cards? You really just letting something go, because like if you were to accept this thing back into your life, or if you were to like give the thing the benefit of the doubt, you will feel stuck again. You will feel like you can't do what you want to do, or you will feel as though like you're not yourself. So the reason why is because like you're not giving something a second chance is because you'll be back stuck if you were to give it a second chance. So again, yes, it is in your best interest to let something go, because if you don't, you will be stuck and things will be like disharmonious in your life. And whether people like to believe this or not, but this is for some people, not all. It's like sometimes holding on to the wrong things can really delay your blessings. It could literally delay your progress in your life. Sometimes it can set you back. Sometimes it can push you forward. It just depends on how you transmute this energy. So in any case, it just depends on like how does things play out. But I just wanted to say that like holding on to stuff that no longer works for you is only hurting you at the end of the day. It's not hurting anyone else, it's hurting you. And I think you're noticing that like you continuously dealing with this, or considering giving something a second chance, something that didn't mean you know well, or something that really held you back in life, it would literally like stop you or stop your progress in some way, shape, or form. So let's see, one more card for Aries this week. Yeah, perfect. You should commit to like, what is your emotional fulfillment? What is your end goal? Like, what, you don't have to have it all figured out, Aries. Let me just say that much. You don't really have to have it all figured out, but just know what your needs are and what it is that you really want for yourself moving forward. Okay. Why the Hierophant? Like, commit to yourself, commit to your emotional fulfillment, commit to giving yourself attention. I'm just getting like the energy of like, there's this need for you to like tap into your emotions, or tap into like what it is that will fulfill you. Because it seemed like though something in your life had took up space, and now that the thing is gone, it's like having to come back home to yourself, or having to like recalibrate to get back to what it is that you want for yourself here. Like, what is it that you really want for yourself, Aries? That's the question that you need to ask yourself for this week. And it seems as though once this thing is out of your life, it's like now you're having to make space. Like, you're making space in order to like put something that is well more around it for you, like something that is way more useful for you. But that's what I get for you this week, Aries. Hopefully that made sense. All right. Taurus, what's coming up for you this week? You're not seeing something. You're avoiding something. You're avoiding not seeing something, or you're avoiding some sort of like decision here. It's just something you're avoiding here. Let's see what's coming up for a Taurus this week. Something fell apart within a home situation. Now, some of you guys may be like kind of like trying to gain a new perspective as to why something fell apart or why something did not come together the way that you wanted it to. But it seems as though you're avoiding certain details about why that is. Why the King of Swords? Reverse. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're in the, okay, I'll say this, like when you're in the midst of something, you're not really going to see something clearly. You're not going to really like be able to like get a different perspective when you're in the midst of dealing with it. Only when you're on the outside looking in, you're able to see something differently. And it seemed as though you weren't able to see something clearly or able to make decisions clearly because it was a lot of conflict going on. Possible multiple people involved, or it was just a lot of back and forth. It's just something going back and forth in regards to a broken home situation or something that just fell apart in general, something that was not stable. So it seems as though you're having to halt something or like get over, it's like you're getting over some sort of heartbreak. Or it's like you're getting your bearings back in some way, shape, or form. Like, it's like, okay, well, wait, let me just, before I say that, why the Four of Wands reverse? Yeah, something, that's what it is. It's like, you're not able to really see something. You see how the eyes are on this Hermit card. It's like, you're not really able to see something clearly because it's like, it's a lot of negative experiencing. It was a lot of negative experiences plaguing your perception of this thing. So what do I get? It's like you're just letting something go, or it's like you're trying to like step away from it in order to see you're trying not to walk away from something bitter. You know, like when it's like a lot of stuff going on and then it's like one thing after another, and then like you having to, one more card for Taurus this week. You have to release a toxic attachment to whatever this is, even though things did not come to some sort of like fulfillment, whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually. Like the Ten of Pentacles represents the whole 9 yards, but with this reverse, with the Devil reverse at the bottom of the deck, it's like you're letting go of this idea of something being what you wanted it to be before. Meaning that, like, let's say you was part of a relationship. It's like you tried to see the best of it. You tried not to like lead with like hatred or lead with like some sort of emotional like blockage in some sorts. And it's like you were really trying to like, you know, persevere through whatever this is, but it just seems as though something just kept going. It's like, damn, like this person, this individual keep fucking with me, or this individual kept doing the most. Like you tried to see the best in something or somebody. But it's like now you're having to like peel back the curtains. And I'm just here to tell you, Taurus, it's like, it's okay to feel how you feel about something. Like, it's no rule book and how, like, at the end of the day, it's a matter of not falling into delusion. See something for what it is versus what you wanted it to be. And it seems as though like you're now having to face those emotions or face those like perceptions here about what it is that you were dealing with, what you were in the midst of here. And it's like you don't really want to like deal with remembering the conflict or the craziness that something or someone gave to you. You're just not interested. Why the King of Cups reverse? Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, I get someone like really putting their heads in the sand and be like, you know what, I just want to see what else is next outside of this chapter. But Taurus, like I said, it's just a matter of just recognizing your emotions for what they are. Okay? Even if it was turbulent, even if it was shitty, acknowledge it for what it is. And it's okay to like have your moments of vulnerability. You don't have to say this out loud. You don't have to disclose this to anyone. This is something that you can just reveal to yourself. Just accepting something for what it is, or seeing something for what it is. Not what you think you should see it as. Not what you think you should like accept it as. It was a shitty situation overall. And you weren't happy. You weren't fulfilled. And it's okay to recognize that the person that you was with or the situation that you was dealing with was just not it. Why that's there? And then we'll move on. Yeah. You're closing up a cycle here. You're waiting on something to wrap up. You're waiting on something to, like, you know, reach the tail end of something. That's what I get. It's like you're tired of dealing with something, or you're tired of thinking about something, or you just want to get out of something. It's like, it's not so much of like, oh, like, I hate this or I hate that. It's just more so like, I'm just ready for this to be over with. And I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of dealing with it. It's just like, I just think it's a matter of acceptance for you, Taurus. Like, this just ain't it. That's all I get for you this week. Accepting something that is just not it. Like, not saying that, oh, you got to accept something back in your life. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, accepting the perception of this thing not being what you wanted to, or this thing being extremely shitty, and having to, like, you know, get your bearings back. You don't have to, like, again, you don't have to, like, play nice or something like that. It's just more so like, I'm really just, this shit is just out of my control. I just get that ultimately for you, Taurus. But that's what I get for you this week. All right. Gemini, what's coming up for you this week? Knight of Wands. Pull the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. You're working hard towards something. You're working diligently towards something, because the Knight means you're actively doing something right now. With the Knight of Wands, it just see, I can also see this as you're actively guarding yourself, or you're actively, like, you know, protecting something here. Let's see. Why the Knight of Pentacles? Judgment. You're working to bring something back together. But you're up, there's a part of you that's up in the air about bringing something back together, or bringing something back to life. Giving me life, and it's everything. Thinking about when we were 17. Some of you guys, you had a lot of memories with this situation, or this individual in general here. And it seems as though you're working diligently to try to get back to that space or something like that. Let's see. Why the Knight of Wands? Oh, shit. Why the Knight of Wands? Hold on. One more card for Gemini before I say that. Some of you guys may be closing yourself off. Why that's there? Because you're hurt. You're hurt. Why the Judgment card then? There may be, it's either you or someone else maybe come back around to try, because why do I get someone's guilty? Someone feels a sense of guilt, or someone feels as though, like, they have to make something right with you, but there's an energy of someone being closed off to that, because it's like someone's guarded. Yeah, they don't want to deal with something anymore. It's either you or someone else here, but someone's feel like plagued by guilt here, and they want to try and make something right, or actively trying to do things to get back into your good graces in some way, shape, or form. But it seems as though there's a person here that's guarded and just want to avoid the situation overall, because someone pushed the envelope too far with them. In fact, I think someone's heartbroken, or someone's still actively hurt from what has transpired. So there is someone here that is plagued by guilt, whether you believe it or not. But that does not mean that they know what they done wrong, or that does not mean that the lesson was learned. It just, like, sometimes people tend to, like, feel some type of way because they don't want to. Let's see. Why that's there? Yeah, something came out. Something came out. And I think you're not in, either you or someone else is just not. Someone feels just turned off. Someone did something that just turned someone completely the fuck off. You pulled the Empress reverse. Queen of Pentacles reverse. It's a feminine energy that's turned off. Like, they said, I'm tired, I'm done. Because something came out about somebody or something in this situation. It's like, oh wow, like, this is how you really felt, or this is how you was really moving, or this is how things were actually unfolding. It's just something here where it's like you're having to guard yourself from that type of disappointment, or that type of, like, oh yeah, I need to get the fuck away from you. And it seems as though you're getting away from somebody here, or you're, like, trying to protect yourself, because it just seems as though someone really did fuck you over. But I do, again, if someone were to come back around, it's because they're plagued by guilt by what they did to you. Whether it's this week or in general, whenever you come across this. But it's just a lack of growth and respect. I just think that you're not going to be as nurturing or open, or you're not going to pursue it the same way that you did before. You're not, it's like, once you see someone or see a situation for what it is, like once you actually get that snapshot of what something really is, you can't go back. It's like taking toothpaste out of a tube. You can't put that shit back in once it's out. And it seems as though you have the rose-colored glasses taken off of you here. Because it's like, oh, well, damn, like I can't do anything about it. Like I'm gonna have to just move on with it. And I think a lot of you guys are just moving on from something, or just protecting yourself from something or someone. Why that's there? And whatever they did, it made a home fall apart. Ooh, I get a feminine energy really closed off to this. They're not open at all. Because it made a home fall apart. Like this fractured something, whether it's deep, I want to say deep within you, or just fractured something in general. So whatever this is, if someone were to come back around, I don't think you're going to be as open. Because the deed was already done. Well, that's there, and then we'll move on. Yeah, this person, you don't have the fondest of memories of this individual. And honestly, Gemini, you don't have to allow someone back into your life if you don't want to. You don't have to like give someone a chance to explain themselves if you don't want to. Nothing can really, you can't explain deception, or you can't explain someone's actions. Like, it's never an excuse. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But I'm just telling you, Gemini, like, you deserve better if this is your story. And, you know, you don't have to give someone relief from what they done. That's not your job. It's not your, it's just sound like a personal problem. If someone were to come back around because they're plagued by guilt, no one told them to do what they did. Or no one told them to like fuck up something that they just, either way it goes, Gemini, I just think ultimately, don't allow yourself to be wrapped back up in something that broke you, or fractured something within you, or made you lose something that you once had for something. You know what I mean? I'm just getting the energy of you just really being closed off to what this person is, or what this person have to say, or just this situation in general. It don't always have to be romantic. I just get that something within you just like is no longer open to whatever this is, and rightfully so. You don't have to be open to it if this is your story. And if someone feel guilty, that means they know what they done. Like, most of the time, people know what they be doing, whether they like to believe that or not. People be knowing what the fuck they be doing, but they just hope that you don't see. That's sometimes the case. Now, there you got some individuals that are not self-aware. It is what it is. But ultimately, I just get that, like, just don't allow yourself to like try and fall into delusion about what happened. If something happened that was traumatic, you know, don't try to sway yourself. Like, nah, that's what I get. Don't allow yourself to muddy the waters any further than what it is. But that's what I get for you this week, Gemini. Hopefully that made sense. All right, Cancer, what's coming up for you this week? 2 cards flew out. Ooh, it seems as though you're open to, well, no, hold on. Why that's there? Why the Queen of Cups? You made a decision. Some of you guys may be, okay, for some of you I heard signing contracts, or let's see, why the Hierophant? Oh, you're going to feel more in control. You're going to feel more in control, but let's see, why that's there? Why the 2 of Pentacles reversed? Something's falling into place for you, Cancer, this week. Or just in general, whenever you come across this, you pull the Hierophant with the Emperor. It's like you're committed to something, or you're taking a lead on something here. But why the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck? Hold on. One more card for Cancer. Let's see. One more card for Cancer. Oh, shit. There's an opportunity. There's an opportunity coming your way, or there's someone's going to offer you something out the blue, Cancer, and it's going to put you back on track here. But there's a sense of you, or there's a need for you to not, like, delude yourself, like, meaning that don't confuse yourself, or don't, like, overthink something. Yeah, that's what it is. Don't overthink something here. There's something here that's being offered to you, and it may be communication coming in with an offer, but it's a need for you to not allow yourself to deceive yourself, or not allow yourself to overthink something or shoot yourself in the foot. Just, like, go with it. I mean, follow your intuition here, but there's something's gonna, like, lead you to some sort of happiness, or lead you on a path that will lead to some sort of happiness or some sort of financial gain here. Yeah. Let's see, why the Ace of Pentacles? Oh, someone wants to work with you. Someone really wants to work with you here. But I'm getting, there's this energy of resistance here. I keep getting resistance, or like some sort of, like, let's see. Why that's there? Now, for some of you, this is after something was lost, or something has left here. Something, it may be something returning from the past coming back around here. Let's see, why that's there? Okay, hold on, Cancer. Why the Queen of Wands reverse, clarifying that? This is after something was lost. Here. Something was let go of, Cancer. And I don't know if it was a decision, or if it was something or someone was let go of, and then someone wants to come back around and offer you something here, or give you something here. Commit to something with you. Why the Knight of Wands reverse? I'm trying to understand what this is trying to tell me. Yeah, they have no other choice but to come back around. What? Hold on, I'm gonna just pause real quick. I'm gonna just keep this simple with you, Cancer. Don't shoot yourself in the foot, or don't overthink this. I just want to keep that simple, because it just seems as though someone wants to connect with you, and yeah, someone wants to offer you something tangible, like acknowledge you or give you something here. And there's just this energy of someone want to see you shine. Possibly, Cancer. This ain't for everybody. I'm just getting this seem very specific here. But this will give you an opportunity to thrive, or give you an opportunity to really get back on track with something here. This isn't something where it's just gonna, like, lead you astray. That's the energies I get for you, Cancer. I'm gonna just keep that simple. Like, try not to overthink. If there's an offer coming to you, again, like, I'm not saying, like, accept the first thing that comes to you. No, I'm just saying, like, just allow yourself to be open and see what this is about. This thing may be a position of leadership, but this is after someone loses something. I don't know if you lose something or someone else loses something, but after something gets lost, something else gets taken, like someone else take a step up, or someone else gets taken into, like, consideration here. I don't know if it has something to do at work, possibly, or just something tangible, something where it's concrete. It's not something that you're going to be confused about, but it's something here, Cancer, where it's just like someone wants to offer you something. They recognize your efforts, or they see you and they want to offer you something or work with you. Like, they want to give you something. Like, it's not going to just be you giving. No, it's something where it's like, it's going to pour back into you the way you're pouring into it, if that makes sense. Okay, Cancer? So there may be something coming in for you. It's not for everybody. I don't want to like blow smoke up any and everyone's ass. But I'm just getting specifically for a few of you Cancers, or just some of you, I don't know. It's just something here where it's like, don't allow yourself to fall victim to delusions or overthink things, okay? But that's what I get for you this week, Cancer. Hopefully that made sense. All right. Leo, what's coming up for you this week? 2 cards flew out. You're observing something. I think you're seeing how someone's putting up a front. Someone's trying to make it seem as though they got it all together and they don't. I guess someone's putting up a front here. Why the Page of Swords? Oop. Yeah, you seeing someone put up a front. You see the reality of somebody here or something. It's like, oh, this person full of shit. Like they're trying to make it seem as though they're good or they're straight. You know how someone's like, I'm fine, and they're not fine. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like you seeing someone literally, you see through someone's mask, or you see through someone's facade here. Why is there? You're going to be seeing through somebody. Yeah. I gave this scenario to my sister the other day, and I think this is actually pretty cool. So like this particular Lover's card on this deck here, you see how this person is wrapped around a snake, right? You see how the heart is empty. So how I interpret this card, and I'm seeing it a lot differently, is that like this person, yes, this person may look good on paper, but guess what? This person is still a snake at the end of the day. I know it's a snake. I may, care for it, but I know this is a snake at the end of the day. You see how this person is handling the snake here? It seems as though this person is just doing just enough to just get by. And you're seeing right through them. It's like, oh, I know this person full of shit. Either you seeing right through someone or vice versa, someone's seeing right through you. But ultimately, I think someone knows what they're dealing with. And it's like, I know you're a good candidate, but guess what? My heart's not in it. See how the person's empty? It may be, it's in the shape of a heart, but it's empty. It's like, I know this is a snake at the end of the day, so I can't get my emotions involved in this. I may, party with the snake. I may feed the snake, but guess what? I know it's still a snake at the end of the day. I know what I'm dealing with. And that's the thing. It's like this person knows what they're dealing with, either you or vice versa. And you're seeing right through someone's facade here. Someone may try to make it seem as though, oh, they want to soothe things over. But behind closed doors, it's like, it's more so calculated than actually, it's more so calculated. Why that's there? Yeah. Someone's not really giving a whole lot, but it's like, I think you're coming to reality about who someone is or what someone is. What someone's true intentions were and what someone's what someone portrayed. It's like someone portrayed themselves to be something like this. Like goody, like for example, goody two shoes. And then behind closed doors, there's an evil bitch behind the facade here. So it's like you're seeing right through someone. One more card for Leo this week. Hermit, reverse. Yeah. Why the Hermit reverse? You're done hiding that fact. I can tell you that much. It's like you may point something out. Yeah. Someone may be coming back around after being left out in the cold, or after a period of observation or a period of silence here. Just to point something out. Like I always say, it's like sometimes you're not going to really see things when you're in the midst of it. And it seems as though you took a step back, or vice versa, someone took a step back. And after taking a step back, they're able to see oh, okay, this is what was really going on. Oh, okay, this is what this was. Something here where it's like, oh, okay, you're peeling back the curtains here. You're peeling back the onions. You're peeling back the layers. It seems as though something here is let's see, why the 8 of Cups reverse before I say that? Why that's there? It seems like someone's coming back around, but nothing's changed. It's just to result in an ending. I think ultimately it's for example, someone took a break from a relationship and after taking that break, they notice that, like, oh yeah, this is not exactly what I wanted. That's why I said it's like when you're in the midst of it, you're not going to really see it. So now this person come back around with a final decision like, oh yeah, I'm just going to end things. I think this is not going to go through something, because I think you see right through somebody. You see someone's true intentions, or you see someone's true self. Whether they see it or not, it's like you see right through it here. And it's like you making the executive decisions to not get to it, or to not like live some sort of, or like delude yourself about what you thought this person was, or what you thought you was getting from this individual here. So this week, or just in general, whenever you come across this, Leo, I think you're just going to be, again, seeing right through somebody. After observing things from afar, after taking a step back and saying like, oh, okay, so this is what I was really dealing with. And moving accordingly. That's the energy I get for you this week. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Virgo, what's coming up for you this week? Okay. What I get is like you're gonna be emotionally you're gonna be emotionally fulfilled. But you know, the other stuff still gotta be worked out. Let's see, what's coming up for Virgo this week? Temperance. You know what? I think your main thing right now, Virgo, is to maintain a peace of mind. To maintain some sort of stability. Even when things like externally may be unclear, I think your main objective this week, or just in general wherever you come across this, is to maintain some sort of peace of mind or some sort of emotional stability. Why the Ten of Cups? You're not going to really be saying much. I just think that you're not trying to disturb your peace. Yeah. I think your main ultimate goal here is to find peace within the storm, or peace within something that's falling apart here. Let's see. Why the Temperance? Yeah, protecting your peace. I just keep getting, ultimately, it's like you're protecting your peace. You're not going to be giving away too much here. I could just say that much here. Why the Two of Wands reverse? I'm looking at the cards a little bit differently. You see how on this Temperance card, this person, it have a little swirl behind their head here. Seems as though it's like you're trying to distract yourself. Now, for some of you, I want to say, try not to like overindulge into drinking at this time, because I'm drawn to the like wine glass and the wine bottle here. So, of course, like, yes, drinking may temporarily numb some things out, but once it wears off, it's still going to be there at the end of the day. So try not to fall into that habit, if that makes sense. But I do want to say, ultimately, your main goal right now is to maintain some sort of peace or some sort of standing. I'm getting like trying to like hop on a float within a body of water here. It's like, okay, let me try to find some sort of stable ground, or let me try to find some sort of like stability right now within this wavy water here. One more card for Virgo this week. You're burdened. I just get that there's a need for you to lay your burdens to rest at this time, or just try to just take a step back from things if you can. Try to like find comfort within yourself, or just like find comfort in certain things that you like to do. Like, for example, you like to walk, go walking, or if you like to like, you know, cook, go cooking, you know, just do something to help you to maintain some sort of emotional stability at this time here. Why the Strength card? You try not to fall into some sort of slump or some sort of depression. Some of you guys may be like trying to like, you know, distract yourself. I just keep getting the word distraction, so it just seems as though you're trying to distract yourself so you won't fall into some sort of slump here. Why the Eight of Swords? Now, some of you guys don't want to compromise your, let's see. Yeah, you feel stuck. Like, you don't want to feel as though like you're stuck, or feel as though you're not like you have no other options here. It's like you're trying to keep the optimism, or trying to keep like some sort of like, how can I put this? It's like you're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even though it just seems as though there's a lot of stuff going on, or even if it feels as though you can't really do anything out of it. It's like you're trying to make the best out of the situation that you have right now currently. Why the Ten of Wands? Yeah, you're trying to take the bull by its horns and like, you know, it's like you're just trying to find some sort of stability with what you were given here. But again, that's the energy I get for you this week, Virgo. I'm going to keep yours short and sweet. I just want to just reiterate, try not to like fall into the habit of drinking to try to numb out stuff, because again, once it wears off, it's still going to be there. So just take your time, process your emotions the best way you know how, and try to indulge in like to your hobbies or something that will keep you occupied or keep you feeling like, feeling as though you have some sort of grip on reality, because it just seems as though you feel like it's a lot of stuff going on in your mind mentally, so it's like a matter of getting to your body to move your body, so that way your mind won't like overcrowd or like make you fall into some sort of like cycle here within yourself. But that's what I get for you this week, Virgo. Hopefully that made sense. Libra, what's coming up for you this week? 2 cards flew out. Why do I get you turning down something? Or you're offering something to somebody, something ends just as quickly as it started. What are Ace of Cups? Hold on. Some of you may be offering some sort of... Now, some of you guys may be considering settling down with someone, or... I get some of you guys may be wanting to, like, propose. Some of you guys may be considering proposing. Doesn't necessarily have to be. But I do get that someone wants to offer some sort of, like, stability, some sort of foundation, like someone wants to set roots somewhere, like someone made up their mind to like commit to something or deal with something long term. But why the Page of Wands here reverse? Why the Page of Wands reverse? But why do I get a surface level? Clarifying the Page of Wands reverse is the 3 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles reverse, and the 7 of Swords reverse. What I get is like it just to come together, but it's not really set in stone. It's not something that is like actually rooted. It don't have no grounds to root itself here. Why do I get someone stop pursuing something, or someone stop? It's like, let's see, why the 4 of Wands? Someone's idea is different from your idea. Are you waiting to see if someone would propose, or are you waiting to see if someone will give you the same energy that you give in return? But it's unclear. You're unsure about how someone feels about you, or where something's gonna lead itself to. And it's like you're waiting to see if something will happen, but it seems as though things are not happening. You're waiting to see if things will come together, but things are not coming together here. One more card for Libra this week. You're taking a step back to see if someone would come after you, or if someone will come chasing after. Let's see, why the Page of Swords? Like you're trying to see what someone would do, but it seems as though they're not doing anything. Hold on. Devil reverse. Well, let's leave it so like you feel as though someone's letting something go, or letting you go, or like moving away from the idea. Like, again, it's like you're trying to find some sort of grip on reality here, like grip on like what it is that you've been dealing with, or what it is that you've been accepting here. And it's like you're trying to see if someone wants the same thing that you want. And that's what it is. It's like, do you really want this as much as I want this, or am I just like hauling ass myself here? So that's the energy I'm getting for this particular thing here. And it's like you're trying to see if someone's like letting something go. Let's see, why the Devil reverse? Like you're observing something from afar, or vice versa. Someone's observing something for you, but it seems as though like you feel as though there's no way out. Some of you guys feel left out, or some of you guys don't feel as though you're getting a recognition or acknowledgement, or like some of you guys just feel as though like you're not getting your flowers here in regards to something or somebody here. You feel left out in the cold, or you feel as though it's like someone making decisions without your input. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's like, oh, like, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But they didn't stop to ask you or consider you. It's like you're not being considered in some way, shape, or form. It's like you're trying to see if someone will consider you. But they're not considering you. Some of you guys feel as though someone's letting you go gently, or someone trying to let you down gently. But it's like their actions are speaking louder than their words. It's like someone may say, oh, I like you, and then their actions speak otherwise. One more card for Libra. It's like you're waiting. you're waiting to see if someone will reciprocate or if someone will give you the full 9 yards, like your emotional fulfillment. But it seems as though like you're, let's see, why the Temperance? It's like you're waiting in vain. Let's see why that's there. Yeah. I'm going to just say this, Libra, and I said this in a monthly for you. If you haven't checked out the monthly, please be sure to check that out. But what I said to you is like, don't ever fall in a space of complacency. Because it seems as though you're just tolerating things just to tolerate it. Not because you genuinely, like you're finding excuses. I've been saying this for the past few weeks for you, Libra. I don't know if it's you or someone that you're dealing with. Whatever this is, I just get ultimately, there's something here that you need to see for what it is. Someone's not, I get an energy of someone's not really reciprocal with you. You may want, y'all may be on two different pages. And you're waiting to see if someone will reciprocate the same energy you get to it, but it's like you're waiting in vain. And it seems as though you feel as though, well, this is what it is. It's like after you still find out the truth, or after you still acknowledge, oh, I'm not going to get the same thing that I get in return, it's like you're making excuses to still stick with it, or to like, tolerate it, like, just becoming complacent, like, oh, this is what it is. I keep getting that energy from you, like, oh, this is what it is, when you don't have to accept that for yourself, Libra. This is just a big ass burden. Let's see. Why that's there? There's a need for you to see something clearly, Libra, this week in regards to something or somebody. And you need to start retracting your energy, or you need to start telling the truth to yourself. It's like you're lying to yourself about what it is that you're contributing or what it is that someone else is contributing. You need to really peel back the rose-colored glasses, and you need to see something for what it is, not what you want it to be. Okay, Libra, I've been getting this energy for you for the past few weeks here. Don't fall in a cycle of complacency, Libra. I just get something's not being done. Something's not coming together the way that you want it to, or someone's not putting in the efforts needed in order for something to be sustained or to be like put together. But the energy for you this week, Libra, is to try and see something for what it is clearly. Don't allow yourself to fall into a cycle of complacency. I'm going to just keep repeating that until I'm blue in the face for you. And ironically, I'm wearing the color blue, but that's neither here nor there. In any case, that's what I get for you this week, Libra. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Scorpio, what's coming up for you this week? Something's changing for you. I think you're feeling on top of your money. You're feeling on top of your game here. Well, the Wheel of Fortune. I think like you're reaching a period of rest or a period of relaxation. I think something may be coming back around after a period of rest here, or something changing after a long pause. It felt as though, like, for example, it felt as though things weren't changing for a while, and now it's like you're starting to see something change currently. But it does seem as though you're finding stability within yourself, or you're feeling a lot more stable financially here. Why the King of Pentacles? Like, oh shit. Why the King of Pentacles? I do get that you're emotionally turned off, like you're taking your emotions out of it. Some of you guys may be feeling as though you have to work on, operate on autopilot in a sense here. Why the Knight of Cups reverse? Like you're not actively giving your emotions to something here. There may be an energy of someone coming back around after a long pause here. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. Does not necessarily have to be. Or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also got water here too. I got all signs here. But I do want to say, well, all elements here. But I do want to say to you, it's like you're after a period of rest and relaxation, or a period of like, to yourself or vice versa. It seems as though someone wants to come back around here, but there's an element of someone feeling stuck. Either you may be a little bit resistant, like you're just standing firm on your boundaries with something or somebody here, or vice versa. It's like, I keep getting the words, nothing's changed. Why that's there? Someone notices you retracting your energy, or someone notices you resting or like not really giving as much. I don't know if you've been dry with somebody, or you just been like, meh, Like, okay, whatever. But someone feels as though, like, someone wants to poke at you or, like, come at you to see if, like, you're still there. Like, hey, like, are you good? One more card for Scorpio this week. Something don't go someone's way here. Someone wants something to come together a certain way and it's just not coming together. Let's see. Why the Nine of Cups reverse? Why that's there? Yeah, someone's burdened by how something's not coming together. This what, like, someone may be noticing that they're losing control over you. That's what it is, because the Emperor is like they feel as though they cannot dominate you or they can't come at you a certain way anymore. It's like you're firming yourself, because with the King of Pentacles, or just in general, Earth's in general is just like more solidified, more solid, something that's grounded, rooted, something that can't really be easily shaken, especially if it's built off solid materials in a sense. So what I'm getting is, it's like you're standing firm in who you are, and it's like you're standing firm in your boundaries, or vice versa. And it seems as though you're not really emotionally attached to whatever this is. And I get that's what it is. It's like someone wants to pull on your heartstrings a little bit, like, oh, like, hey, like, are you still here? Like, can I still have access to your heart? But why do I get it's like you're more so like not as open or not as easily shaken or easily like tapped into currently. I think someone here, possibly either the situation or someone here, possibly just sees how you're just like moving on, and they wants to see if they still have some sort of access to you in some way, shape, or form. Why that's there? Yeah, they feel blocked. That's what it is. It's like someone feels as though they're blocked off now, and they're hurt over it. Either you or vice versa. Someone feels like, oh, like, are they serious? Like, someone probably didn't take you seriously, or someone probably took advantage or like overstepped a lot, or like said, oh, like, I feel this way. Like, play with your emotions like a yo-yo. I get a yo-yo effect, and it's like you're just like, oh, I'm just, it's like you becoming stone cold, like blocked off in a sense, like just there. Why that's there, and then we'll move on. Yeah, someone wants to try and pursue something, but why do I get it's like someone's not open to it anymore. Why the Eight of Wands? Yeah, someone's not open to it. They're observing how someone just got let go. Like, they're observing like it was either someone observing how you was able to let something go so quickly, or vice versa. You was able to see how someone was able to let go of something so effortlessly, and someone wants to say, wait, do I still have access, or wait, do I still have some sort of control or some sort of access to their life in some way, shape, or form? And someone may be scrambling trying to see if they still have access to you, but you're like, I don't give a fuck. Or vice versa. Someone's like, I don't give a fuck. So someone's closed off, and someone's recognizing that someone's closed off, and someone may be feeling the heat of someone being closed off. But that's the energy I get for you this week, Scorpio. Hopefully that made sense. All right. Sagittarius, what's coming up for you this week? You're falling out with somebody. Something's not. Is it due to something being equal, like lack of equal give and take in a situation? What's coming up for Sagittarius this week? Something's not, okay. Clearly this is relationship focused or like a connection. It don't always have to be romantic, but I get something, there's a fallout with somebody because there's a lack of growth and expansion between the two of you. Like, something's not able to progress, or something's not able to like go somewhere. Yeah, someone's coming to reality like this thing was stagnant, or it's just, this thing is not fueling their flames or not adding like wind beneath their wings here. So someone may be feeling like things are not growing and expanding. Why the Lovers reverse? Why the Lovers reverse? Yeah, someone's not emotionally available. Someone's lack of emotional availability is what made this thing not come together the way that they thought. In fact, I think there's a lot of hidden elements. Now, for some of you, this person may be battling some inner demons, not literal demons, but like they may be battling something mentally or spiritually at this time. And it's like they were unable to give something because they're battling something within themselves, whether you knew this or not. The reason I say this because you got the moon, and behind the moon is the Five of Wands upright here. Like, there was a lot of hidden elements in regards to this individual, and it's like they were emotionally turned off. Now, I don't know if it was past experiences that made this person, like, you know, get cold feet, or made them feel as though they can't really open up. It's something here where they were battling a lot of stuff within their mind mentally here. Why the Two of Cups? But they're not, that's like, let's see. Okay, that want to be upright. But it's like they're unable to give that stability of a partnership. It's like someone has to get their shit together before they commit to anything. And it's like, yeah, someone got to get their shit together before, like, because now the Strength card is behind, like, in front of the moon, and it's like they got to get themselves together. Someone feels as though they don't have it all together. That's, if you've been kind of curious as to why someone's not as open, or someone may be battling something within themselves here, and they're not really disclosing a lot. They may want something, but they're not able to give it. Why the Ace of Pentacles clarifying that? 2 cards flew out. They want to give a solid commitment. They want to give but it's like they're guarded. If you're missing an element of those things, like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, if you're missing one of those aspects, it's not going to be sustainable. With that being said here, it seems as though they're guarding something here. Like they're hiding something, or they're not facing something, or they're not dealing with something, so they can open up, so that they can offer a sense of stability to you here. Now, for some of you, if it's not something that's romantic, someone may wants to come and work with you, elevate you in some way, shape, or form, or commit to give you some sort of, like, I get signing contracts. That's not for everybody. Someone may want to offer you some sort of job opportunity here. Like, and also I want to say this. If this is someone here that offers you something, they may want more than what they let on. Whether emotionally, like some of you guys they may be like, this is not for everybody, this is just a speculation here. For some of you, if they offer you like, oh, I want to partner with you, or oh, I want to deal with you, they may be like, you know, putting their emotions to the side. Like they may feel romantically interested in you, but they may not want to lead with that. They ultimately want to work with you. If this is something dealing with some sort of work or some sort of like opportunity here. Let's see. One more card for Sagittarius this week. One more card for Sagittarius this week. Okay. Someone's waiting. Either you're waiting or someone else is waiting. They feel as though they can't really do anything until they deal with whatever this is, or vice versa. You got to recognize, you got to understand that they're not able to really give something until they actually deal with something within themselves. Because I don't think it's more so something that you can see or something that you can understand. It's something here that's blocking them off here. Let's see. Why the Seven of Pentacles? Now, for some of you, this could be someone waiting on a perfect opportunity to approach you. That's not for everybody. But, okay, that's what it is. It's like someone got to wait until they let go of their demons. I don't know why I keep seeing that energy. It's like someone got to deal with their inner, like their inner demons. Like someone's waiting on something to get wrapped up, or someone's waiting on them to deal with their shit. Now, for some of you, some people may be considering going to therapy to deal with this, or like actually like get psychoanalyzed. I know this is very weird, Sagittarius, bear with me, but I just get ultimately someone's waiting on someone to, especially with the devil reverse at the bottom of the deck, clarifying the world here, is someone's waiting on someone to get it together, or like deal with something that they kept putting off, because again, it's also long you can sweep stuff under the rug until you start to trip over it, right? So let's see. Why the King of Cups reverse? Clarifying the Lovers. Why is that there? It's like I got money on my mind, money on my mind. I just get ultimately someone's intentions may be to like restart something or start all over after some sort of fallout. That's what I get. It's like someone wants to start over. There's an energy of someone wants to start over, whether it's financially or romantically, but they don't know how to approach it, or they have to handle, like, they have to tie up loose ends. There's a matter of someone having to tie up loose ends before they approach you or before they come towards you. That's the energy I get for you this week, Sagittarius. So hopefully that made sense. That's a very interesting read, actually. And you know, sometimes like people be fighting silent battles every day, and you never know what someone's going through behind closed doors. They may portray themselves as a certain way, but then when they go like into their shell, they may be dealing with X, Y, and Z. Like, you never know what someone's dealing with. So it's up to you how you want to handle this, but I just get there's an energy. Like, again, it's not everyone's story. I will say that, because not everyone is dealing with that type of energy. Again, I gave you multiple scenarios to fit different scenarios, but at the end of the day, I think that ultimately it's just a matter of understanding that some people have certain things they have to deal with on their own, and it's not something that you can necessarily do. So if this is you having to tie up loose ends, or vice versa, someone having to tie loose ends on their part, you don't have to wait on them to get it together, or vice versa. But at the end of the day, it just, some stuff is just out of our control, and some stuff just have to be handled alone. And that's what I get for you this week, Sagittarius. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Capricorn, what's coming up for you this week? Some of you guys are getting over being left out, or like getting over the tail end of some sort of pain of being left out, or being up the creek without a paddle, in a sense. Why the Ten of Swords reverse? Holding back from hidden conflict. Getting over like this hidden element of conflict. You're getting over disappointments. You're getting over things that did not work out, or you're getting over things that, you know, it was probably multiple people involved here. I do want to say that, because the 5 of Wands does represent that for me. But the Strength card in the Moon, it just tells me that you're letting go of some sort of hidden resentment that you had towards someone, or some hidden like animosity that you had towards someone here. It's like you're getting over what someone did. It's like you're trying to like not allow what someone did to you, or what you experienced, to get in the way of something else, if that makes sense. Someone probably abandoned you, not literally, but like, you know, left you stranded, or left you up the creek without a paddle, in a sense. And it's like you're getting over that secret resentment that you had towards this individual, or the situation in general. Why the 5 of Pentacles? Why the 5 of Pentacles? 8 of Swords. Yeah, you felt stuck in this lack, or this like, you felt stuck in this space of where things were just not abundant, or you just felt like left out. I keep getting the energy of left out. It's like you felt as though you was the only one stuck in this situation, and you felt you was the only one that was like, you know, experiencing something. And it's like you held resentment. Like, for example, it's like you kind of, you probably felt resentment towards someone leaving you, dealing with like picking up the pieces. They just got away scot-free, and it's like you felt like, damn, like they got away scot-free, and I'm here picking up the residual pieces of this situation here. And it kind of made you guarded. It made you feel as though you was stuck, because it's like, damn, they didn't really leave me anything to work with. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. That it seems as though you're reaching it, like you're letting go slowly but surely of some sort of hidden resentment that you held towards someone, or vice versa, someone's letting go of some sort of hidden resentment or animosity that they had towards you. I think someone just abandoned somebody. I just get someone was abandoned, or someone felt as though like, damn, you left me up the creek, like you fucked me over. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like having to just make peace with it, or just having to just like not allow this thing to like, you know, ruminate in your mind or your energy much longer. Why that's there? 4 Pentacles reverse. So you're letting go of this idea, like letting go of feeling as though you are alone, or feeling as though like you were placed in unfair circumstances. And again, you probably were left in unfair circumstances. It's not a matter of like, you know, ignoring that fact here, Capricorn, but it's a matter of acknowledging that, like, acknowledging your feelings. Like, you have a right to feel how you feel, But I guess it's a matter of not allowing yourself to become a victim of circumstances here. Like, you can rise above anything that you put, like, you can rise above anything. You just got to give yourself grace, give yourself patience, and just, like, allow yourself to just breathe. And just know that the universe is always supporting you if you believe that. I just think that, like, you're never truly up the creek without a paddle. You always, like, sometimes circumstances outside of us make us feel a certain way or make us perceive things a certain way. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, you will recognize how much you were being led to something else or being led to something different. Now, when you're in the midst of trials and tribulations, you're not going to really see that. But what I get is that, like, you're going to be able to eventually see, like, where this thing was leading you. Like, if this didn't happen, you probably wouldn't be where you're at today, right? If this, like, and let's say, like, oh, well, this led me here. And it's like, okay, well, what can you learn from that situation? So that way, you know, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I experienced from this, you know? I guess it's a matter for you. It's like you're not trying to allow yourself to be a victim of circumstance. Even though, like, the cards you were dealt with not favorable, it's like you're trying to make the best out of what you have. One more card for Capricorn. Well, it gave me 3 cards. Finally walking away from from being sad or being beat down by stuff or being weighed down by, like, outside circumstances. I just keep getting, it's like you really held some sort of resentment towards something or somebody, or vice versa, and it's like you finally want to lay that down, because it seems as though you was burdened by it, or you just felt like you were chained to it in some way, shape, or form, and it's like you really felt as though you had no way out. But I guess you're saying now to yourself, it's like, I have a way out. I'm not going to allow myself to just go out like this, or, like, be beat down by this particular circumstances here. And Capricorn, I'm happy for you if that's your story. You know, not saying that I'm happy that those things happen to you. Again, I'm never going to, like, glorify horrible shit towards somebody. That's never my intention. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm just happy, like, acknowledging that, yes, situations outside of you may have given up on you or may have put you in certain situations here that is out of your control, but it's a matter of not giving up on yourself. And that's the part that I like, is that you're not giving up on yourself. I don't want you to give up on yourself, Capricorn, if this is your story. And don't allow someone to make it seem as though you have to give up on yourself. Like, no, you have, as long as you're getting up every morning, as long as you have breath in your body to get up and keep going, you can always start over. You can always give yourself a fighting chance to get back on track. So I think this week, or just in general, whenever you come across this, I think you're gonna just be like, I still have a fighting chance. I still have, like, multiple ways to start over and everything else. And it's like you're walking away from being miserable or being, like, weighed down by disappointments, or, like, people actually fucking you over in a sense, you know? Or situations not going a certain way. You're not allowing yourself to be a victim of circumstances. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to give up on myself because situations outside of me gave up on myself. Like, gave up on you in a sense. So I just get, ultimately, Capricorn, I sense that you're really going to, like, not allow hidden resentment to take over any longer. Okay? And just recognizing your power. Recognize your power this week, or just in general. Okay? Not just for this week. Just recognize you have power over these things. Whether it's physical, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you have more power than you give yourself credit. Okay? But that's what I get for you this week, Capricorn. Very beautiful reading. Even though it's kind of bittersweet, it's still very beautiful, because it's like unearthing a part of you, or recognizing your power, or recognizing that you're not going to become a victim of circumstances due to X, Y, and Z. You know? But that's what I get for you this week, Capricorn. Hopefully that made sense. All right. Aquarius, what's coming up for you this week? Okay. There's a lack of cooperation between you and another individual, like a lack of someone pursuing something, or a lack of someone, like, actually making something right, or having to come together with something. Let's see. What's coming up for Aquarius this week? Okay. King of Swords, because someone's not Someone's not seeing something clearly. What I get is like, let's say someone were to come back around. They're not doing what needs to be done in order to make it come together. Someone's not seeing something clearly, or someone's not right. Like, someone's closed off. Someone's very dry here. Why the Three of Pentacles reverse? Yeah, they're not. Now, for some of you, again, I keep getting the energy of someone's waiting on someone to come make something right, but they're not doing it. This person, if this is an individual, this person is not open. Let's say they do come back around. They're not going to give you what you want. In fact, I think they're going to be very dry and very blah. Especially with the Three of Pentacles being clarified by the Judgment card and the Two of Cups. The Three of Pentacles is reversed, by the way. Yeah, this person is not. You're waiting on someone to make something right, or you're waiting on something to wrap up. It's just like, let's see, why that's there? Why that's there? This person's a waste of time. I think someone's stubborn, or someone's like plagued by ego. Someone wants to control. Someone wants to control. Whether it's you or vice versa. Let's see, one more card for Aquarius this week. Someone's not budging. Yeah, someone's not budging. I got two not budging cards. Because the King of Pentacles, even though it represents like giving or emotional, not emotional, but like tangible results, something that's grounded, something that's rooted, something that's concrete, that can, it's ruled by earth. So it's something that can not be easily moved or persuade. And I get someone's not really emotionally open to whatever this is. And again, I'm going to just keep saying this because it seems as though it's a reintegration of what I said last week. Don't ever put your life on hold for someone to get it together or for someone to come back around it. Because what if they don't? You're just going to wait your whole life waiting on it? You don't ever put your life on hold, or vice versa. They shouldn't put their life on hold for it. No one should be putting their life on hold for any fucking thing. I'll just say that much. Because I get an element of someone's waiting to see what someone else does, and they're not doing anything. They're not going to do anything. At least for right now, they're not going to do shit. It's a waste of fucking time, especially with the Nine of Cups reverse. Why the King of Pentacles? And someone's not really going to give emotional. Yeah, they're holding back. This person's stubborn. There's a lot of stubbornness going on here. This person's stubborn, or this person just, nah. Either you're stubborn or vice versa, someone's stubborn. And someone's waiting on someone to budge, but they're not budging. I don't know if they're waiting on you to budge or vice versa. They're waiting on, like, you're waiting on someone to budge. But vice versa, in general, I think ultimately someone, either way it goes, no one should be putting their life on hold, waiting on someone to get it together or to, like, see if they have some. No. It shouldn't be that complicated, Aquarius. So someone needs to release the idea of someone coming back around. And if they do come back around, what the fuck? Nothing's changed. So it's just a waste of time overall. Why that's there, and then we'll move on. Yeah, someone's going to leave someone out in the cold. Yeah. And yeah, walk away from the idea of something going a certain way, because this is a lost cause, Aquarius. If this is your story. Walk away from the idea of something. Yeah, it's not going to go your way. I keep getting like this thing is not going to come back around. If someone's waiting on reconciliation, it's not going to happen. I see it, at least the energy for this week. Dead and gone, dead and gone. This thing is dead and gone. Why the Nine of Cups? Yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. And someone's stubborn. So Aquarius, if this is your story, again, and don't ever put your life on hold. I'm gonna keep saying that. And if you haven't seen last week's reading, please be sure to check that out, because it seems as though it's a reintegration of last week. But I just get ultimately, I just don't believe in holding space for things that just does not work. Because at the end of the day, if it was meant to be there, it would be there. But if not, oh the fuck well. And like waiting on someone to get it together, it's like they're not I always say this. If this is a person, they're not the only fish in the sea. If this is a job, they're not the only fish in the sea. there's plenty more out there for you to explore. There's plenty more out there for you to like, that is way more in alignment to you. It's not the only thing since sliced bread, is what I want to say, Aquarius. So if your focus is on something from the past or something, waiting on someone to come back around, you also got to recognize there's way more stuff out there than meets the eye. Now, I'm not saying like hopping, like for example, rebound. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm not going to tell you to put yourself in that type of predicament. What I'm saying is, it's a matter of acknowledging that you have way more options than you give yourself credit for, or than what you think you have. And if you have to fall back in love with yourself, you don't have to choose someone else. You can choose yourself. Move along with yourself. Like, be in a relationship with yourself. Yourself need attention too. Yourself need loving too. But you don't have to rebound or be in X, Y, and Z just to say you moved on. You know? So what I'm trying to say is, Aquarius, don't put your life on hold, and don't think that this is the only thing since sliced bread, because it's not. And I just think ultimately no one should be putting their life on hold for for anybody or anything. Whether it's jobs, friendships, relationships, whatever it is. I don't think no one's life should be put on hold from progressing forward. But that's what I get for you this week, Aquarius. Hopefully that made sense. All right. Last but not least, my lovely Pisces. What's coming up for you this week, Pisces? Okay. Someone may be adding fuel to a fire and going back and forth with somebody. Why do I get like someone just snaps all of a sudden, like just goes clean the fuck off? I'd get the energy of someone going clean the fuck off and not giving a fuck. Like adding fuel to the fire, like, oh no, we're gonna go there. Someone's going there with you, or vice versa. You're going there with somebody. What's coming up for Pisces this week? Okay. King of Wands in the page of, yeah. Why do I get it's a matter of dominating a situation here? Some of you guys are just being very clear or being very transparent. Like, you're not going to give a fuck. I get it's a matter of either you're dominating the situation or someone's trying to dominate a situation with you. But someone's ultimate goal here is to just, like, be in control or be, like, come out on top. Why the Five of Swords? Hold on. Why the Five of Swords? Be careful with who you go back and forth with. Like, you know, I want to say that ultimately. I think I want to say this is like, even though it may not be, it just depends. It's a case-by-case scenario situation here. But what I'm seeing is like, you know, is this situation going to lead to healing? Is it going to lead to the outcome that you want it to be if you were to like really cut that deep with somebody? Like say something out of turn or say something very cutthroat. Is it going to lead to the healing or the outcome that you want? And that's the message I want to give to you this week is like, Pisces, what is it that you want to come out of this situation here? Do you want this situation to lead to, because I'm getting two different outcomes. It can lead to something bad or it can lead to something good. It's okay to say what you have to say. It's okay to get something off your chest. It's okay to tell it like it is. I'm not going to tell you what the fuck you should and shouldn't do. However, it's a matter of making sure you don't lose that goal in mind. Like, what is your intentions moving forward in regards to the situation here? What is it that you want to come out of this situation? Do you want to lead to some sort of like collaboration or some sort of like come together or some sort of resolve? Then move a little bit differently. But if you just don't give a fuck and you want to burn everything to the ground, by all means, not as long as you're not hurting anybody, like literally like physically hurting somebody, you know, if whatever it is, if you want to burn that bridge, cool. If you want to keep the bridge afloat, move accordingly, if that makes sense. One more card for Pisces. Some of you guys may be keeping stuff in your back pocket, but why do I get there's a sense of restlessness because things are not changing? Like you feel things are not going to change, or you feel as though things... Now, for some of you, it's like, okay, if I were to go this route, some of you guys may be restless about, like, you know, having, like, about something here. Something not... My iPad literally just said, fuck you, and turned off. But that's okay, because with that energy of, like, some of you may be like, fuck this. I'm done, and close shit out. Like, you just may like come in like guns swinging, not literally, please don't do that, but guns a blazing. But I just get, ultimately, Pisces, your best bet. Some of you guys may be a little bit hesitant or nervous about how something's gonna go, or hesitant about how things are gonna, like, which direction, because you don't know which direction is gonna change. What's that there for? You don't know if you're gonna be walking away or if this is gonna reach some sort of resolution. I just get, okay, Pisces, I'm gonna just say this. Say what you have to say. Know what your intentions is. Not saying you gotta like hold stuff in and keep stuff to yourself. No, say what you have to say. But if you want the outcome to be a certain way, move accordingly. If you want it to go where you don't lose anything, or you don't feel like you're left with, like, possibly left with guilt, like, damn, I should never said that, or damn, I should never went that far. If you don't want it to go that way, then tailor your words to a way where you can actually get something to work itself out, like not burn the bridge. If you don't give a fuck about the bridge burning, by all means do what you have to do. Not saying do something dangerous, as long as it's not, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, just what is your intentions? And it seems as though your main intent is to bridge the gaps between you and another person, and between you and a situation in general here. Now, for some of you may be dealing with someone who cuts too deep, like says something out of turn to you. And it's like their words kind of like hurt you in a sense, or made you feel some type of way. Or it's like, damn, like, why did you say that? Or why did you do that? And it's like you're trying to get understanding. Like, sometimes people be projecting. Not going to say, like, I'll say this, Pisces. Sometimes people do be projecting, whether they see it or not, actively. But I also want to say, like, don't take what someone's words to heart. Like, know yourself enough to know, like, I always say this. Know yourself more than the person who you're dealing with. Like, be aware of your actions. Be aware of your flaws, your perfections. Like, be aware of who you are, Pisces. If that's the case, if someone tried to tell you who the fuck you are, know yourself enough to know when something's real and when something's fake, or when someone's like is missing the mark, or when someone's actually, seeing you correctly, because they're knowing what's perception, what's real and what's fake, what's accurate and what's inaccurate. Because you got a lot of people who would try to tell you, oh, you're like this, and then you're like, wait, where the fuck you get that from? Because I'm nowhere near that. Like, for people really do that sometimes. So I just want to encourage you in general, if you're dealing with someone who's like talking to you any type of way, or telling you about yourself, or trying to come at you a certain way, it's a matter of understanding, like, is this projection, or is this something that is actually accurate? So get to know yourself on that level, or get to know your character. Like, some people are the confirmation, my phone just vibrated, but some people are like determined to like misunderstand you, or determined to like come at you sideways, or try to destroy you, or try to make you like perceive yourself in a negative light, or try to paint you a certain way when it's not even accurate whatsoever. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, Pisces, know yourself enough to know when something's real and when something's fake. But also, if this is a scenario where you're thinking about coming at someone a certain way, or trying to state your case, try to allow yourself to see what outcome you want to go. And if you want to go this way, try that route, act accordingly. But if you don't give a fuck, act accordingly. So that's the energy that I get for you this week, Pisces. Hopefully that made sense. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get a collective message of the week. What is coming up for the collective for the week of June the 15th through 21st, 2026? What is it that the collective needs to know? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is the collective message I can get for the week? The moon reverse. Something get exposed. Someone's hand get exposed, or someone's true colors. Because when you look at the moon, you see how this moon card have a lot of different masks and stuff like that. You got the glasses floating off. I think someone's mask comes off, or someone's mask slips. Someone gets exposed here, or some information get exposed here. With the Page of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck, I get someone's, confirmation, someone get exposed, or someone's hand get exposed here. What's coming up for the collective this week? Someone's intentions get exposed. If someone were to come back around, just know nothing's changed. I keep getting that energy. Nothing's changed. Why the moon reverse? We'll get exposed about this. Someone's... Okay, okay. For some of you, someone may be saying, or vice versa, you may be disclosing that you don't want nothing with this individual or don't want nothing to do with anything with somebody at this point. It could be a situation with work. It could be a situation with a relationship. Someone's true feelings come out. I don't know if this is in passing, if this is something casual. Someone exposes or disclose that they no longer are interested, or they are... Now, for some of you, someone may come out, or you may find out that someone was cheating on somebody, or someone was reckless, because you got the King of Wands reverse being clear. With the Ace of Cups, they came out together reversed. So that tells me someone's actions, or someone was moving funny, and someone got that information like, oh, damn. Like, you were unfaithful. Someone was unfaithful. You may find that out this week, or vice versa. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, something get exposed, because the Star card can represent exposure. Especially the way this person looks. It just seems as though this person is just like out in all this glory. So someone's past actions, you may like... I don't think this happened for the first time. This is something that was ongoing. Did you have an inkling about this thing, or you kind of had a feeling like something like this was going on here, but it's like you didn't have concrete proof, or you couldn't really tell why that's there? Yeah, hold on. Someone wants out. Either you want out or someone else want out. They're tired of working on this. I just get someone's true feelings come out. Like, damn, like you really did not give a fuck. That's the energy I'm getting. Like, someone finds out that someone really did not give a fuck. Whether you find out someone didn't give a fuck, or vice versa, someone found out that you really don't give a fuck. And someone was like enjoying the plethora of life. And what I mean by that is like dipping in and zooming in all over the place. That's all I can say about that one. But I just get someone's freeing themselves. Like, there's not a possibility of a second chance. Like, for example, let's just say some of y'all had decided to go on a break with somebody. Like, oh, okay, I'm done with somebody. Like, we're going to go on a break. Let's give ourselves time. But within those 2 weeks, someone was like zipping in and zooming it with any and everybody. Like, someone was like free as a bird. And you found out that this person really just wanted to have their cake and to eat it too. Yeah. Someone wanted to have their cake and eat it too. And dare I say, this person was just dry or very emotionally unavailable. One more card for the collective this week. I'm just getting one specific story. Yeah, someone's... Okay, hold on before I say that. Why the Emperor? Some of you guys want to take control of the narrative before it gets out. Some of you guys just want to take control of something before shit hit the fan. I'm getting a very straightforward message. It just seems as though some of you guys may be trying to take control, or trying to, like, you know, steer something a certain way just to avoid some of you guys may be avoiding like being humiliated, or being like, you know, put in a compromising position. It just seems as though some of you guys are like taking control of a narrative before it just gets out, or before it just like steers a certain way. I just get something comes out about somebody. Someone that you're dealing with, or someone... It don't necessarily have to be in your own garden. It can be in someone else's garden, like someone else's grass. Someone else you may be witnessing someone dealing with this, or vice versa. Someone may be witnessing something about you, and it's like you're trying to take control of the narrative. And why do I get this? Like, some of you guys already kind of knew, but you just didn't have concrete proof. So it's like, oh, okay, well, I kind of already knew this. So it's like, it's not going to catch you off guard fully. You were just waiting on this to just show itself. One more card, and then we'll move on to the card of the week. Yeah, you're not interested. I get someone... Okay. I also want to get someone wants you to be... If you're dealing with someone who wants someone to be miserable, like they want you to be miserable, it's like, no, I'm not going to be miserable for you. I guess someone's like, I'm not gonna fall victim to this. I just get someone here just knows what's up now, and they now wants to, like, you know, Be like, no, I'm not going to deal with this, or no, I'm not going to tolerate this. When I get someone may catch someone slipping, like someone thought that you was going to be always available, or vice versa. You thought someone was going to always be available, and you find out quickly that they're not. Why that's there, and then we'll move on. Very specific story. Yeah, you becoming independent. I just think that some of you guys are going to stop pursuing something or just retract your energy. Some of you guys may be observing something from afar, or I just get someone retracting their energy overall and just being more to themselves, especially after something comes out, or just seeing how things play out. Because it's like, why do I get this like warning comes before destruction? It's like you seeing the warning signs, like where there's smoke, there's fire. And it's like slowly but surely, it's like, okay, let me it's like bracing yourself for impact, God forbid. But like I said, it's just like you're having to like find yourself free from something or take control of something before something comes out, or before like get ahead of something. It's like journalism. I keep getting journalism messages. It's like, trying to steer the picture before it like steer the narrative before someone else takes it and it just goes out of control, or it just loses its like authenticity, if that makes sense. But that's what I get for the collective this week. Very straight to the point, very specific. But that's what I get for the collective this week. All right, so now without further ado, let's go ahead and get a card of the week. Now, for those of you that did not resonate with the collective or just want a message, like a simple word to take with you throughout the week, it's for everybody, but it's something where you just keep in mind. For example, the word strength. I'm gonna keep the word strength in mind. Like, I gotta stay strong for certain things, or I gotta like brace myself for certain things. That's just an example, but this is just basically something you take with you for the week. Usually these coincide with the collective. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull a card of the week, and then we'll go ahead and close out this reading. What is it that the collector shall know for this week? What is it that the collector shall know for this week? What is it that the collector shall know for this week? Okay, that flew out. Bottom of the deck, this moment. And may you know intention. All right, so this is what flew out. So let's go ahead and read that. May you know the importance of your intentions. Set your intentions for your day and for your life. Ways of being that you want to nourish and manifest. Intentions recognize a way of being that you want to cultivate in your life. They represent a way of being that honors your higher self and moves you in the direction of your greatest good. Your intentions are unique to you and have the power to create the life that you want to live. May you know intention. All right, and I feel called to read May You Know This Moment, so I'm going to read that as well. May you know this moment in all of its splendor. May you know that this moment is all that you have, so embrace its very essence. Let old stories and ideas and patterns that are no longer serving you drop away. Who are you today? And more importantly, who do you want to be in this moment? Savor this moment and live as the fullest expression of yourself at this moment. Joyful, angry, excited, sad, whatever this is true in this moment. If it's uncomfortable, move through it. It will pass, and a new moment and opportunity will arrive. May you know this moment. Very beautiful way to end off this reading. In any case, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I post. Toodaloo!